Do you often use green onions when cooking? Green onions are a familiar and essential ingredient in many dishes. Their mild aroma and gentle spiciness add depth and appeal to meals. They're commonly used in soups, stir-fries, omelets, or simply sprinkled over a hot bowl of noodles to enhance flavor. Most people love the fresh aroma and taste of green onions. But have you noticed how quickly green onions wilt and become waterlogged if not stored properly? Where I live, green onions are becoming scarcer, so their prices have started to rise, making them harder to buy. I want to stock up on green onions for cooking so I don't have to worry about price hikes or availability. That's why today, I want to share with you 6 incredibly simple, cost-effective, and practical tips for storing green onions. These methods will help you keep green onions fresh and tasty for a long time without spoilage. Tip 1. Keep green onions fresh for longer. We all know that green onions spoil easily if not stored properly. On hot days, leaving them out for just one day can cause them to wilt and become mushy. So how can we keep them fresh longer without much effort? First, you'll need a plastic bottle. If you have a lot of green onions, you can use a larger container or jar. Don't forget to wash the bottle with dish soap to remove any residue. You can use a small bottle depending on your needs. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Here's how to do it. Cut off the top of the plastic bottle so it matches the length of the green onions. Next, add a little sugar to the bottle. Sugar helps the green onions grow better and promotes root development. Pour some tap water into the bottle, making sure it only covers the roots, not the leaves. Place the green onions in the bottle like a bouquet and keep them in a sunny spot. Change the water every 3 to 4 days to keep the green onions fresh and prevent rotting. This method allows the onions to continue absorbing water, keeping them fresh without wilting or turning yellow. If you have some cilantro, you can also use this method to keep it fresh longer. Whenever you need a little, just take what you need. With this simple method, regular water changes and proper nutrients, you'll have a long-lasting supply of fresh green onions. Tip 2. Grow green onions hydroponically. If you want to save money and grow green onions at home, try the hydroponic method. Growing green onions from the roots gives you a fresh supply year-round. First, cut the roots to about 3 to 5 centimeters long. Prepare a hydroponic pot or any container that can hold water. You can also reuse a plastic bottle from home. Here's how. After preparing the bottle, plant the green onion roots inside. Be careful not to break the roots. Pour in just enough water to cover the roots. This ensures that the roots absorb water and the stalks don't rot. Place it on a balcony or in a sunny spot. After about 20 days, you'll have fresh green onions ready to harvest without buying them at the market. The best part is you can grow them all year round without worrying about them wilting or going bad. How great is that? Tip 3. Grow green onions in soil. If you don't want to try hydroponics, you can also grow green onions in soil, as long as it's loose and not too moist. the roots to about 3 to 5 centimeters and plant them in the soil. Growing green onions from roots not only saves money but also gives you fresh onions every day. Where are you from? Leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to meet people from all over the world. Tip 4. Store green onions in the refrigerator. This tip is great for those who don't have much time to care for plants. Refrigerating green onions is an effective way to keep them fresh without needing to change water or tend them daily. First, wash the green onions and place them in a large bowl. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Submerge the onions. Soak for 8 to 10 minutes. Nowadays, some green onions are sprayed with chemicals to look green and fresh. But consuming too much of these chemicals can cause diarrhea and vomiting and is harmful to health. So soaking green onions with baking soda helps neutralize harmful chemicals and makes them cleaner. After soaking, gently wash each stalk. Do you know what chemical is sprayed on green onions? It's called Bordeaux liquid. You may notice dark green spots on the leaves. That's a sign of chemical spray. If a lot is sprayed, you can see it with the naked eye, and you definitely need to wash it off. After rinsing the green onions once or twice more, place them in a strainer to dry. You can also use paper towels to soak up any excess moisture. It's important to remove all moisture to help keep the green onions fresh longer. Next, use plastic wrap to store the green onions. Take enough for 1 to 2 days' use and wrap it tightly in plastic wrap. Be careful not to wrap too tightly as it could crush the green onions, but also make sure no air gets in. The key point is the green onions must be completely dry with no excess water. They should be neatly arranged and not folded, as this affects their shelf life. Then, store them in the vegetable drawer of your fridge. This method can keep them fresh for up to a month without spoiling. Whenever needed, just take them out. They'll be fresh and convenient. Wrapping in plastic wrap prevents the onions from sprouting and helps retain nutrients. Also, the refrigerator helps keep them fresh without losing flavor. Tip 5. Wrap green onions in paper or a dry towel. This method is simple and inexpensive. Prepare some clean paper or a dry towel. Once the green onions are dry, start wrapping them in the paper. Roll them so the paper wraps tightly around the onions, but not too tight to avoid bruising. After wrapping, place the green onions in a plastic bag or airtight container to prevent dust and bacteria. Store the bag or container in the fridge in a cool but not overly humid area. The paper absorbs moisture and keeps the green onions dry, preventing bruising, spoilage, or discoloration. This method is convenient, easy to do, and very cost-effective. Tip 6. Freeze green onions. If you want to store green onions longer and have them ready anytime, the final tip is to use the freezer. After washing and drying the green onions, chop them into small pieces based on your cooking needs. Place them in a clean container. The aroma of green onions is wonderful. For those who don't have much time to cook, preparing ingredients like this greatly shortens cooking time. Do you think this would reduce their flavor? Oh, not at all. After putting the green onions in a container, store them in the freezer. Whenever you need some, just scoop out what you need. This method helps green onions retain moisture and stay fresh for a long time. You should give it a try. The green onions will stay incredibly fresh. Each time you need them, just take a small amount. The important thing is to take only what you need and add it directly to your dish without thawing, as thawing will make them soft and lose their fragrance. My family especially loves this method because I usually prepare breakfast early, and it saves a lot of time. So, we've explored 6 incredibly simple and effective tips to keep green onions fresh longer, saving you money and time in daily cooking. Whether you choose to store them in water, grow them hydroponically, or refrigerate them, each method has its own benefits and helps ensure your green onions are always fresh and ready for your favorite dishes. If you have any other tips, feel free to share them in the comments. I'd love to learn from everyone. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. That means a lot to me. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.